Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. If you feel like it, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and I love it when you comment. Okay, so we're just gonna do a get ready with me today, and it's been a while since I've done a full face, so I'm just gonna do a full face and chat. Hopefully that's okay. It may be a little bit long, hopefully not too long. Alrighty, I've already put moisturizer on my face, by the way, because I have to do that. I am going in with the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer. I've been trying to use that stuff up. It's in my project pan. The squeezy tube thing on it isn't like my favorite, but you know, this product is okay. So I just prime my face and stuff before I go in and do my brows, because my brows is like my first step outside of, skincare. How have you all been? I've been living the dream, you know. Yeah, I am super excited to have this room set up. I hope that it's not echoing. I'm not sure, you know, since this is the first time using it. I put this 111 Skin Rose Gold stuff on my face. I like doing that because I have dry skin and I think it helps my skin. For my brows today, I'm going to go ahead and do red like my hair. I don't think it's like super showing up, but you know, I tried dyeing it orange and it didn't turn out like super orange, and so I just threw a little bit of red on top of it, and I kind of like the way it turned out. I'm going in with the Scarlet from KVD. I've actually had this pomade for a while and it did kind of dry out on me, and I just put some like, you know, some oil in it and it helped bring it back to life, so that's cool. I'm like tried really hard not to dye my hair and I just caved because I like dyeing my hair, and not dyeing my hair for months was like a challenge, and I may end up regretting it, but we'll see. Yeah, my brows are always messy at first. That's just kind of how I do it, especially when this stuff is like super dry. But really, honestly, I'm just a messy brow person. I just like to clean it up and make it precise like that. Although when I do a color brow like this, it's a little bit more challenging. I don't know, should I bring you in closer? I have no idea if you guys like being up close and personal or far away. This room is about 100 square feet, 110, so it's not like massive, but it's big enough for me. I'm going into the Cake palette and I'm going into the Red Velvet shade to place on top of my brows. This shade is actually in my project pan. I just want to hit pan on it and we'll see, you know, how that goes. I haven't done makeup in a while. I was not at home. So like all of my goals and like project pans and all of that stuff hasn't been you know, being used, or like I haven't really done my makeup is what I'm trying to say. I haven't done my makeup in a while. Yeah, because I wasn't home. So yeah, there's that. I had gastric surgery done. I had the sleeve done in Tijuana, Mexico, and that was an interesting experience. And yeah, I'm thinking, oops, sorry for all the noise. I'm just going in with the Infallible L'Oreal Full Wear. I don't think that they are cruelty free, but I have this product and I am trying to use it up. But I feel pretty good. I mean, not bad at all, honestly. I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting a little bit more. I do get really tired very quickly. And I am a little bit sore, but other than that, it's been pretty decent. I went camping right after surgery, which was kind of a crazy thing to do. If you talk to a lot of people, they couldn't handle it, and mostly because of all the food, I think, and that was a challenge. I will tell you what, dealing with food, because there are people around eating food, and you know, it wasn't that bad because I'm really not hungry, which is nice. I have to kind of remind myself to eat, like, okay, I need to eat. I'm still on a liquid diet, but I can have like Greek yogurt and my protein shakes. I need to get in protein, you know. But there were points in which I was like, that looks really good. Like my tongue could taste it because I've, you know, had it before. But, you know, I am going into the Good Apple foundation. This is in light 2. I just ordered this. I have another one that, see, this is too pale, and that was the whole purpose. I have another one that I ordered, and it is too dark. And this one is light 12, and I haven't been able to really use it a whole lot because it's just too dark for my skin, and I've tried mixing it with other foundations, and it just really didn't go over well. So when they stocked their foundation again, I ordered this one, and actually I wanted to get the lightest one, number 1, but that one was already sold out. But the number 2 was not, so that's what I have. I should be using my foundation in my project pan, but I just feel like doing something different, I guess. So yeah, I kind of like this foundation, but I need to use it more to even get more of a feel for the product. And you know what, I am so happy that I can buy KVD products again and use KVD without, you know, the drama and judgment and everything else. I don't even really know what happened and why people hated on her so bad. I do know, I think it's because she was anti-vaxxer. Is that the only reason? If that's the only reason, I'm really kind of, maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I am super shocked that that would be what got her canceled, considering Jeffree Star still isn't canceled, and he's a bigger piece of shit than that, like, in my opinion. I'm just going into my LMR cosmetic palette in this shade, you know, because I'm trying to use it. Okay, so yeah, I got the gastric sleeve and a Tijuana. My mom got it as well, and I will tell you, the first day was kind of a blur. Like, I remember, you know, the nurses coming in and checking my vitals, and I was mostly just dizzy and tired, and I slept, and that was fine. The second day, not so much. Oh, and I was kind of nauseous. And then the second day, I felt like hell. Like, I was seriously regretting my decision. Why did I do this to myself? I vomited a couple of times. The nurse that we had, this male nurse, which I don't care about the gender, but this nurse that we had, he just sucked really bad and didn't actually give us our anti-nausea medicine, and said that he did in his paperwork. And so even when he was gone, we ended up having to wait, because it happened to my mom too. We're sharing the same room and had the same nurse, and we ended up having to wait like hours. Like, we went 12 hours without any nausea medicine, and yeah, we were both throwing up and we were sick, and the nurses didn't believe us that he didn't give us our medicine, so we're just kind of shit out of luck, and that kind of blew. But that was probably the worst experience I had there, having the surgery. Things are different for sure, but it didn't really bother me. There was a little bit of a language barrier. I do understand some Spanish, you know, not a lot. I will tell you, the driving there is fucking insane. Excuse my language, but I've never seen anything like it. There was this roundabout that had like 4 lanes, and people just drove into it, and if people stopped, they stopped. If they didn't stop, they went around you. Like, there was no caution used when entering into that roundabout. They just entered into it, and yeah, that was pretty freaky. I'm going into this otherworldly We Are Fluid 8 Shadow palette. My mom gave it to me. I think she got it in Ipsy, and I like what they stand for. The palette's a little bland, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, we're gonna use it, and we're gonna go into Queer Star, which is this brown. So, but yeah, that was an interesting experience. And actually, the company that we went through had a big white, box van that picked, my mom and I up and other patients. And, that was fine, but we were at the hospital because when you first get there, you have to do like a CAT scan and blood work and yada yada. This is trying to focus too much and it's probably making a lot of noise, sorry. And anyways, we're at the hospital, and my mom and I and some other patients were going back to our hotel, and he backed into another car. Now, it made a loud noise. I mean, when you back into a car, it makes noise, and this car was lifted off the ground. I'm gonna go into this Blood Moon shade. So this car is like lifted off the ground, and the driver speeds away. He pulls forward, gets off the car, finishes backing out, and speeds away. And he's like, I only kissed it. I just kissed it. Just a tiny kiss. So that was funny and interesting all at the same time. And that was the first day. So this was like before surgery. And I was like, oh man, this is the company I'm going through for surgery. Like, should I be scared? But surgery went fine. They give you a copy of your blood work and of your CAT scan and your leak test and everything. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody's interested, but if you are considering having the sleeve, so far my feelings on it is go for it, because you only live once, and if you are unhappy, try it. I'm going back into that brown, and I'm using more of a fluffy brush. Maybe it'll make you happier with your life and whatever. I know some people may judge me for having it. By the way, my mom and I are, we both got it done, and we got it done on the same day, and we pretty much feel the same, like as far as how we have felt and our pain level and all of that has been pretty similar. So yeah, don't know if it's just because we have the same genes or whatever. Oh, the other thing is that normally it's a 5 incision surgery. both my mom and I followed the pre-op diet that the surgeon gave us, and we followed it to the T. Like, we didn't cheat, we didn't make any mistakes, and as a result, we only ended up, I'm gonna go back into that blood moon shade, we only ended up with 4 incisions. So that's really nice, because the 5th incision would have been where like my, like kind of your sternum, a little bit above that where your bra would sit. And so I am super thankful that I don't have that incision. My incisions don't really hurt. I did have a drain tube, and that was annoying, and I felt much better after the 3rd day when that drain tube was removed, or 2nd day. It was removed the 2nd day. And that was after that nurse had left too. So, alright. I'm going to go into this Galactic shade. I don't know what else I should tell you. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Yeah, I feel like I would compare the pain after the 2nd day to like a C-section. I was a little bit gassy, which was fine. I'm gonna go into that blood moon shade again. So for the first like couple of days, I did take a lot of Gas X, and what I mean by a lot, I mean I took the maximum dose of that. I'm not sure how I feel about this palette, you guys. I want to like this brand because I like what it, excuse me, what it stands for, but everything is just kind of muddying together. Maybe I should have used a smaller brush. I don't know. So yeah, I'm happy so far with, you know, how I feel and how things went. I will say it was in a different country, so if you go to a different country, don't expect what we get here, right? Because it is different. But it wasn't bad. I'm gonna go into that Galactic shade. I've had shoddy care in the US too, you know, and yeah, you do expect like a language barrier and stuff like that, but they use their phones, the nurses, for a translator. The shimmer shade's really nice. So it wasn't a bad experience, and I was glad I went with my mom. We went downtown Tijuana to do a little bit of shopping, and that was like, my mom and I are both like super, it takes a lot for us to like tell people off, but you know, the sellers down there and the shops were really intimidating, and they'd be like, ladies, come into my shop. I have been waiting for you my whole life. And or they'd be like, one guy's like, oh, you're breaking my heart, ladies. You're breaking my heart. You have to see my stuff. But then you had the ones that would run in front of you, and so you couldn't move, and they would like try to force you by like touching you to get into the shop, and that was really kind of uncomfortable. We found 2 guys who weren't really aggressive like that, and we went into their shops and bought a few things because we felt comfortable. We also went to, I don't know what it's called, I'll have to look it up, but we went to the border and on the beach, and it was really sad seeing like moving around Tijuana and really like it smelled really bad. Like it smelled like, I mean, feces and smog and urine, and I saw a few dead dogs. There were kids working. It was sad, and definitely when you leave like the Americanized areas, it's very sad. Some of the houses were just shacks, and I know we have places like that in America, but I don't feel like the places that we have like that in America are to that level, because that was a lot. I'm gonna go into this Andromedes. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Andromedes. I don't know. And so that was really sad. But yeah. They were having a lot of fun out on the beaches. There was actually no porta potties or any bathrooms, and there was this like hand-built shack, which I think people were living in, and they were, I'm gonna go into Queerstar, they were offering you to use the baño for 5 pesos. 19 pesos equals an American dollar, by the way. And I think it was just buckets in their home. And that, yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming the reason, like, you know, we smell so much urine and things like that too is because there is no access to bathrooms like there is here in America. Even though I feel like our access to bathrooms is getting less and less. I'm going to go into Blood Moon as, I don't know about like where you're at, but here in my state, there are, you know, businesses that are like, you can't go to the bathroom unless you are buying something, kind of thing. That's been happening a lot, but we also have porta potties available around like some of the homeless camps and things, but in Mexico they had nothing. So yeah, I kind of like how this is turning out. It's pretty neutral, but I kind of already knew that was the case. I could have gone into that really pretty shimmer, but I didn't. Or I mean glitter, but I didn't feel like doing a glitter today. But yeah, that's a palette. By the way, it says that We Are Fluid is a queer beauty brand created to celebrate underrepresented faces, empower self-expression, and champion gender expansive beauty. So they are cruelty free, vegan, and free of parabens and patholites, whatever the hell that is. I've never heard of that. So I do like that, and I'm excited to see what else they come out with. I'm gonna go ahead and take that Galactica shade a little bit farther down. So yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting experience. My mom and I, we did a lot. We walked like 3 miles down to the Walmart, which was like a warehouse and really bizarre too, kind of smelly, and they sold motorcycles. I don't know if your Walmart sells motorcycles, but my Walmart doesn't sell motorcycles. So yeah, I don't know. It was an interesting experience. But yeah, we did a lot of walking. I'm proud of myself after having surgery to do all of that. But yeah, we did, and we did fine. I'm gonna go into this Dreamer Bronzen Brighten palette by Pure. I'm gonna go into, you know, that shade. This is in my project pan. I don't think I'll ever hit a pan on this shade, but since it is summer, I want to use it because it is a okay summer shade. I do feel like it kind of, I don't know, looks like I bronzed my cheeks, but it is what it is. I go back to work tomorrow. I don't know when I'll have this video posted. I haven't really been open with a lot of people, but yeah, I go back to work tomorrow. I'm not like overly excited about it. You see, I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot, and I don't know if it really goes with this makeup, but it's fine. I'm just messing around. I wanted to use that palette because I haven't used it, so I'm going into my Alamar Reine de Caribe palette. I'm going into that La Costa shade. I really like this shade as a highlighter. It's really pretty, so that's what I'm doing. I brought makeup with me, but I didn't do my makeup at all. I was too sore and busy doing other things. Yeah. I do have a lower energy level. I get tired quicker, but I mean, it's not like I'm eating a lot of calories, so that's probably why. Yeah, that's probably why, right? No denying that. Okay, I need to do a waterline, my lashes, and a lippy, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and this is the finished look. I'm not a big fan of these lashes. They like to try to lift up in the front. Probably could have like cut them to try to help, but I didn't. So it is what it is. You just heard me scoot up. I'm wearing a sun hat because I am going to be going outside soon, and I don't want the sun on my face, so it doesn't really go with my Darth Vader shirt, or my Stormtrooper shirt I mean, but you know, it works. Without the hat, this is what it looks like. You know, it's okay. The palette for the most part performed pretty good. I do like the shimmers. I felt like it kind of muddied out a little bit together, but it came together and it wasn't terrible, I don't think. So yeah, all right. What do I have on my waterline? On my waterline, I threw on Teaspoon by ColourPop, and I threw on this here, I think it's Lunar Beauty, Black Moon Cosmetics Hazel. This is new to me. I really kind of like the formula, so it feels good so far. And yeah, that is the finished look. Hopefully this video isn't too long and you enjoyed hearing me ramble on about nothing really. Yeah, all right, see you next time. Bye.